Let's talk about the Sixers. They are currently the 12th seed and just lost to the Bulls 142-110. So the Sixers are consulting doctors and considering alternative options such as surgery for Embiid's left knee, considering he still isn't healthy, which we know has been a problem for a long time. Mase, how are we feeling about Embiid? What should the Sixers do with him?
Oh, man. I think it's safe to say the process is over. I think it's 100% safe to say the process is over. We know the Eagles just celebrated a championship, but the Sixers look bad right now. I never saw this, coming. Pause. They had the kid with the fingernail polish. What was his name again?
Jared McCain.
Jared McCain. He was balling. Then they got Paul George over there. Mase doing his thing. And to think about like Embiid not being healthy is such a letdown. But when you don't prepare to play 82 games, I think we're starting to see the results of the low, what they call it, low management. We're starting to see the curse of the low management. For all of you watching, it is a curse to go with the low management because it doesn't allow you to be prepared to play at a high level. So then when these injuries start, you really set your team back because you wasn't playing already. And now to think you're going to miss some more games after missing all the games you was already going to miss, especially you wasn't going to play in Denver. And I like the game Luka and them played out against Denver. It's just a setback. It's a real setback for the franchise. And with so much money being paid, I know Daryl is just looking like, man, come on, my nigga. This is worse than I think when he was doing that with what's his name, James Harden. This is a worse situation. Embiid is getting paid too much money to get hurt this much, man.
Yeah, listen, I was looking at Joel Embiid's contract, and his last year, 28-29, he's going to make $70 million. His salary goes up probably $5 million a year, maybe $7-8 million for the next 4 or 5 years. He signed through 28-29, and the last year he's making $70 million. My opinion is this: shut the nigga down. It's not going to work this season. You can actually see him in pain watching him. When we watch the games, I spoke to some sources close to the Sixers today, and they're not shutting them down. They're actually going to go revisit some more doctors and get some more surgery. Pardon me, to think about surgery or not. But I asked, do you think you should shut them down? And they're saying it might be that, but that's not today. I think it should be today because he looks in pain. He's trying. He doesn't want to look like, in Philly, you don't want to look like he's a sucker. But we obviously see he's not doing well. He's in pain. I was talking to one of my friends that I'll just say an NBA aficionado. I won't give any title on what he does, but we was talking today, and they said that nigga Paul George jersey should say Wawa on the front and cold cuts on the back. He's being mad disrespectful wearing the number 8 in Philly. We don't know what the fuck he's doing. He needs to shut it down because niggas don't even remember that he's playing in Philly, and it looks really, really bad. Shut this shit down. Save the organization the headache for trying to do what they do. I think for trying to do what they do this season and revisit this thing next season. You got to think about it. The reason why this isn't so bad because Philly has super loyal fans. The reason why this isn't blowing over really bad is because Philadelphia is still on celebration for the Eagles winning.
Yeah.
If the Eagles didn't win, this would be a travesty. So the microscope is not really on the Philadelphia 76ers at the moment because they're still on the high from the Eagles winning, which is good. But if the Eagles didn't win, this thing would be magnified and it'd be really, really bad. Like I said, right now they're not shutting them down. They're going to look for options. But to me, it doesn't make sense.
If you look back last year, this was exactly the same spot they were in last year. Pause. When Embiid was kind of looking like he was hurt, I think it was coming up to the playoffs, and everybody was saying, should he play or should he not play? And I remember saying he shouldn't play because he wasn't going to be 100%. And now we're back here. You really gotta think about that for that franchise. You guys really got to think about what's going to be best for the future. And it may be time to shut them down. I know I said something different earlier, but I just was reminded about last year. Last year, I was saying the same thing. If he doesn't get fully healed, then he's never going to be 100%. And you guys keep pushing him in that direction, that's going to lead to problems in the future. Because we see big men, when their knees start going pause or their foot, anything below pause their waist, that they don't do well with that. I don't care who it is.
Yeah, I totally agree. At the end of the day, look, Joel Embiid, like Mase said, he was hurt going into the postseason last year, still played in the postseason. Not only that, you usually get the summer off. He stayed and played in the Olympics because he made all his promises play for Olympics. So Joel Embiid hasn't had any real time to rest. He's been playing basketball for a year straight hurt. Shut him down and see what you could do with him next year. Because if he has to have surgery, he may not even be ready when the season starts next year. You might as well start the process now.
So do you guys just feel like in general the Sixers are stuck because even just looking at their contracts with Embiid and Paul George, they're combined supposed to be owed $405 million per their contracts. And then like we see Jared McCain, who you're just talking about, who really would have had a great case for Rookie of the Year. He's injured. Yes, Maxi's back, but just given all these situations and problems and issues, are they too kind of deep in a hole to get out of that?
That was crazy stuff. That was wild.
Hey, everybody gets it sometimes.
Hey. That's more in the wrong direction, but we're gonna stick with the play. I think this situation that's going on in Philly is just a debacle all across the board. This city has such high hopes for sports in general when it came to this year. They thought the Eagles had a chance. They thought even the Sixers had a chance, and to see them in 12th place is just bringing back bad memories. You know, I don't ever remember the Sixers being this bad. Even when Iverson was playing and they was trying to bring Iverson off the bench, I don't think they was this bad. This is crazy for the city of Philadelphia, and especially when you got so many hardworking people that's a part of that city. Y'all got to do better for the city, man. They got real players out there, got a real coach out there, they got a real situation, and a real GM. They got to do better, man.
And what's the exact question, Stat?
Yeah, do you feel like I can't even say like do
No,
you
go
feel
ahead
like
and say it, go
they're
ahead.
too deep in a hole to get out? Like is the situation
For this
too-
year,
yeah.
year, absolutely, 100%, absolutely. Look, from what, like I said, last 2 days I've been running around calling everybody my friends from the NBA. A lot of people want to be left off the record, so we're going to leave them off the record. Some NFL people I've been speaking to about the combine coming up, et cetera, et cetera. From what I'm hearing, Paul George didn't want to go to Philadelphia. He has a mother who's disabled. He was already home, but it was the money he didn't want to turn down. And now that he's there, he's not happy. And obviously, we can see that he's not happy. So why go all the way across the country when you was already home? And us as analysts, I know I'm not going to speak for every other program, or I can't speak for Mase, but me, myself, coming into this season, I'm sitting there thinking that Philadelphia would finish minimum third in the East. I was sitting there saying to myself, Boston, New York looked good, and then it would be Philly or possibly Milwaukee. The Cavaliers have proved different otherwise for right now. But for you not to know Paul George is playing is ridiculous, because Paul George is considered the GOAT in some people's eyes, and he has this, that, and the third. For Paul George to be playing 37 minutes the other day or last week or whenever it was and get 2 points is absolutely ridiculous. The greats don't go out like this. Is he one of the greats? And not only that, he got this big contract for another 2 or 3 years. I don't see him getting any better. Maybe he's not in the spirit because the team's not well, but you can't say that either because Tyrese Maxey is out there playing his heart out. So because everybody's not healthy, yourself included, and Joel Embiid, you're not putting 100%. I'd rather you not play than not give 100%, because Tyrese Maxey started off injured this year, and when he came back, you see he's giving 110%. It's crazy when you know that you forget that Paul George is on the floor. So yes, shut it down. It's too late for them to come back this year. They're not even in the play-in. Joel Embiid is hurt. It's over for this season. Shut it down and try again next year. See what happens.
Yeah, this is too many free millions, man, for real. I think if his mom is sick, why didn't he just stay in California?
I don't have that answer. I didn't even know his mom was disabled. Like I said, I've been scratching the surface all last 2 days because I'm going to get down to the bottom of all this shit. Niggas stealing my motherfucking drops that I get, acting like they reporting shit first. Nah, I'm back on niggas' ass, pause, man. I'm getting all the information and everything, and I'm not going to blow up my sources, but I'm going to start telling everything before they get it. It's like niggas try to steal, and no disrespect to them, I'm not going to name names in other networks or whatever, but shit, we gotta go harder. We actually, Mase said it that it'd be a good fit, pause, and then I actually told niggas that the nigga was leaving Sacramento and going to San Antonio. And then it kind of got swept under the rug because the Luka trade happened with Anthony Davis. But we get the information. We talk to niggas. Yeah. And this is exactly what I got to start doing. And I don't mean, and like I said, I'm not saying this to put his mother's business out there, anything like that. But if you're from California, you was playing in California, and you have a family member that's disabled, and then you just go to the whole other side of the country to not win, it's kind of disheartening.
Yeah, and I wasn't laughing at his mother being disabled. I just think, me personally, even if it's more money, you make this. I would have made the sacrifice to stay home, but that's not my business.
Yeah, a lot of internal stuff that we probably don't know what's going on. But again, y'all are the new source, so hey.
Podcast popping.
Podcast P.
Yeah, I did say the Lakers would win also. I did say that, and then I saw them on TV saying the same thing. So all of our takes are being taken. It's crazy.
I seen you yesterday and say the Lakers lost 13 straight when I wasn't here.
Cam, you working with them?
I'm with you. I'm with you.
You got the purple on now. You coming? Yo, put the camera on this thing.
I'm Purple Haze.
I said, Stack on just let this go. Stack Killer came in with the purple. I said,
you want to know the truth? Bezos a Laker fan. He's like, yo, we've been the best team since January. Murder gonna throw us under the bus. That's the only reason I know. I wouldn't have known if Bezo didn't tell me.
Right, but you said that's your team, so.
Since the 80s.
Since the 80s. I told you I was back when Luka came back. So now that they beat Denver, don't act new with me, you know. Keep that energy, y'all. Where's Sinners at, man?
Yeah, Sin depressed.
Yeah.
Sin has been DMing Adam Silver. He said he think he get through to him. He said, I think it's working.
Pain. Totally don't understand.
Crazy, bro. Yo, the niggas said, I think I'm finally getting through. They calling less fouls. Yo,
I would love to hear what Sin thought about, you know, them comparing the NBA to the 80s and the 90s. I definitely.
Hey, listen, man, I know this not on the list today, but like I said, I didn't. Sorry, guys, I was a little tied up yesterday, so I didn't see the show today. B was bringing me up to speed yesterday. Pardon me, and you know, Sinners is going off, but and I know y'all probably talked about it yesterday, but even if not, the Knicks look terrible against the top 3 teams in the NBA.
Yeah.
They look terrible. And not only that, Tibbs are running these guys into the ground, and they have no bench. Jalen Brunson and Karl Anthony Towns are bottom 5 in defense in their positions. You're not going to win when your center's in the bottom 5 centers defensively and your point guard is in the bottom 5 defensively. They're liabilities. So you wanted us to talk about the Knicks. There you go.
There you go. Yeah, the Knicks made a horrible move in getting Michael. I think that was a horrible move.
And Mase, I'm going to be honest with you. After this weekend when they lost to 2 of the 3 top best teams, he keeps blaming us, saying that last year we kept saying that they need to get rid of Randall, And he said, niggas is listening to you. Niggas is listening to you. Y'all did this. I say, yo, listen.
Yeah, I told them to keep Chinzo.
Yeah, my thing is this. If niggas is listening to us, they not cutting us a check for that.
Yeah.
I would like to get paid if niggas is taking our advice to actually go on the bus moves and we're not getting a percentage of it.
Right. I'm gonna just say real quick, Sin can be mad because maybe he's the real jinx. Because every time he brings up that we should talk about them, the bar just keeps going lower. The bar just keeps going lower. Sin is the real jinx. Sin is the real jinx. Y'all are not doing good. You can't score against good teams. You can't defend against good teams. Y'all are not in a good position right now. Sorry. That's why we don't talk about y'all. Because when we talk about y'all, y'all just keep doing worse. That's just what it is.
That's true. Because everybody that asked me to talk about the Detroit Lions. You see how that turned out?
Yeah.
And look, the Knicks, let's not undersell what they're doing. They're in third place, but you're going to have to play against these teams when the playoffs come. Hopefully, y'all going to make adjustments in the 7-game series, but you have an average losing percentage to Boston in the 20s. Same thing with the Cavaliers. I think it's 19 or something crazy like that. These are the teams you're going to have to play, and you have no depth, and you're playing 40 to 42 minutes a game, your starters. It's not going to be good when the playoffs come.
Right. And we always say you have to play good when it counts. It counts.
What you want, nigga? Everything, nigga, super size. Two Big Macs, like when they doing them 2 for $5.